Good morning, DGens. What's going on, guys? What's going on? All right, a little sick, so you'll have to forgive me, guys. Geez, just not doing well lately. I am sick. My arm's broken. It's not a good time. It's not a good time. All right. Anyway, market's having a good time, though. Let's have a look at that. Things continue to scale up in terms of green action. We have green bubbles on the daily time frame. And if I switch over to the weekly, oh look, it's starting to transition to being a greener week, not just a greener day. As we continue to have green days every single day over the last 3 or 4 days, things are starting to look better. Okay, so look at Algorand. Holy smokes. Oh, that was on the week. 27% on the week. Nice. JASMY up 5.2% on the day, up 5.4% on the week, still down 7.1% on the month. I'm guessing that changes really soon. Up 530% on the year. Even in rank at 72. We've got a $1.79 billion market cap. Volume is at 156.80 million. So it's creeping its way up. It's creeping its way up. I'm expecting higher volume levels to start creeping into the space sometime next week is what I'm aiming for. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, guys. And that's when things are really going to start getting interesting, right? So, okay, let's go have a look at the JASMY chart. Charts are actually looking pretty good this morning. Looking pretty good. Check this bad boy out. So JASMY sitting at 3 cents 702 right now. We broke above resistance here at 3 cents 5. So now, first of all, we have to start closing candles above this 3 cents 568 level. But we got to get back over 4 cents for continuation to the upside. Because again, just like over on Bitcoin, guys, with this here, while this looks good, all we're really doing is putting in a lower high. If you can see, lower high, lower high, lower high, which is not bullish, right? So we need this candle, we need to get back above this level here, where these candles were closing to break this trend. Because right now we have a downward trend going on, right? And if we want to break it, we got to start by closing the candles above these 3 candles here. So above 4 cents, we want to start closing candles above there to break the momentum to the downside, okay? RSI is in neutral, 52.33. If we go over to the 4-hour time frame, let's have a look at what we have here. We're gaining momentum on the 4-hour very nicely, very, very nicely. Yeah, RSI is starting to creep into overbought a little bit, 66.12. Still closer to, pretty close to oversold. Once we get up to 70, or overbought, I mean, once we get into the 70s, we'll be reaching overbought territory. But for now, on the 4-hour, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. That's what you want to see. We broke above the 100-day SMA. So far, so good, guys. I like it. We haven't looked at the weekly in a while. Nice climb to the upside here on the weekly time frame. This one here, technically we closed last week's candle green, but it's kind of a bearish green, right? Shooting star candle. But now we're green again, guys. So very, very nice. Continue to the upside there. Let's go look over at Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? All right, guys. So it is decision time on the Bitcoin daily chart. Now, if you recall, I told you guys we have to start closing candles. First off, we have to get above the 30-day SMA, and we have to get above this resistance level at 98.6. We have to start closing candles there. That's the key. I don't care if we wick up there. That doesn't mean anything. We have to close candles up here. Above, same thing as over in the JASMY chart, above these candle closes here, right? We have to start closing candles above there. Otherwise, again, all we're doing is putting in a lower high, which is bearish. It's still a downward pattern, right? So lower highs, lower lows. We need this candle to break above. Right now we're at $98,000. We need to break above there, above 98.6, and close this daily candle up here, closer to $100,000. Might take us a couple tries, guys. It might take us a couple of tries to get up there, right? If we go have a look over at let's have a look at the liquidity levels like we always do, right? Let's see what it looks like here. Look at this. Look at all of these longs that are building up. People are gaining more and more confidence that we're going to the upside here, right? I mean, really, to liquidate all of this 100x leverage, we would only have to drop down to 95,361 to liquidate all of these people, right? So we could see a drop of about $3,000, $2,500 would liquidate all these people. We'll see what happens, but I always get worried when I see that confidence. Here's the thing: low volume and high leverage shorts or longs, right, equals disaster, because the market is easily manipulated when there's low volume, right? So, and that's what we're seeing in the market right now, is fairly low volume. So this wouldn't take much manipulation to liquidate all of these 100x and 50x longs that are put in place right now. Not too many people are shorting. So yeah, it's just something to be aware of, guys. Something to be aware of. It could be a very easy liquidation event, right? Okay, so now I just wanted to have a quick look back at the year that was, right? The year that was. Okay. 2024. So a lot of people are kind of down, right? A lot of people are feeling down and out. Well, listen, guys, listen. Okay. First of all, for the people that are saying that JASMY hasn't really performed, guys, it's up 529% on the year. You are up 529%. Okay. Now, I completely understand that there are people who bought in at, I don't know, 2 cents, right? 2 cents, 3 cents area kind of thing, right? Okay, I understand. But listen, there was a lot of people buying JASMY at like 207, and then we dropped back down. Listen, we've been covering JASMY for years at this point, okay? We dropped back down to like 204, 205, and we hung out there for what felt like forever, okay? And then JASMY's price skyrocketed to 4 cents for, because the people who were buying, even though they were in the red because they were buying at 206, 207, and we were back down at 204, right? They held on. They dollar cost average, lowered their cost average, and they ended up making a fortune on that move, guys. It was massive, right? We saw almost 1,000% move on 3 runs, right? So patience in JASMY is most certainly crucial, and you will succeed in gaining profit. Like if you're holding from 2 cents, 3 cents, guys, all I can say to you, I can't give you financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, but the best thing to do is dollar cost average. I've been around for multiple cycles, and I've seen these strategies play out, all kinds of strategies. And dollar cost averaging has always been the most successful strategy that I've used and that I've seen anybody else use, right? So patience. There's a quote that I read sometimes, and it says, some of the greatest, most wealthy investors in the world spent extremely long periods of time doing absolutely nothing. Not buying, not selling, not trading, just investing and then just waiting for their investment to mature, right? That's what it takes, guys. Crypto is the transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient. So you have to determine for yourself, which one are you? Are you the impatient or are you the patient? And this is not something you can just say that you are. This is something you have to prove, because it will test you. Crypto will test you, right? To see if you have the metal to make the money. So looking back at a couple more things, guys, briefly wanted to just mention that Hara, while people complain, and I've read people complaining this whole year about a lack of transparency from the company, Hara has done almost 25 AMAs this year. This man has done more AMAs than any other head of any other crypto company out there. And people cry about a lack of transparency. There is not a possible way this man could give any more transparency than he already. There is not a single question he has dodged, ducked, dipped, dived, or dodged, right? If you know, you know. He has answered every question that has been thrown at him, right? And some people will, like, I see people saying that, well, he doesn't avoid, he avoids this question or that question. No, he doesn't. No, he does not. I have covered every single AMA he's done this entire year, and I promise you, there's not a single question that Hara has ducked, dodged, or anything. Okay, so we can put that to bed. The hardest working man in blockchain, Hara-san, hands down, hands down. He was at ETH Denver, where he met with multiple American VCs who told him that the only reason that they cannot get involved with JASMY at the current time is because of Gary Gensler and the SEC and the fear of what might happen there. But now that Gary and the SEC are leaving, do not think for 1 second that you will not see Hara back in the US meeting with venture capitalists once again in 2025. The Panasonic partnership announcement, massive, massive. We're still waiting for the platform to come out that they're developing between Junction and Panasonic, which will have hundreds of millions of devices transferring data continually on a daily basis to the personal data locker. Absolutely massive, right? The C2E partnership with South Korea, bringing in onboarding potentially, I think it's 4 million users. But more importantly than that, getting their foot in the door for doing business in South Korea. Massive, guys, massive. Not to mention the fact that you combine that with the fact that they got listed on Upbit in South Korea shortly after, just a little while ago. Now that has over 9 million users as well that now have access to JASMY's token, right? Very, very big. And let us not forget the Junction Stories platform that they recently announced, right? Now, if you don't know what this is, guys, a brief explanation would be that this helps JASMY and Junction in so many different ways and so many different levels. Now, I don't even know where to begin. First of all, as a content creator, I am able to onboard, upload my YouTube JASMY Junction videos based on information that they provide to me, right? So the data is coming straight from the source. I create content on said data and upload it to Junction Stories platform. Okay. Now I get paid in JASMY, or I have to open to do this. I have to open a PDL, a personal data locker, and they pay me in points that convert to JASMY tokens. Okay. For that. Now you as a content consumer, if you guys watch my videos over on Junction Stories, you have to have a PDL as well. And on top of that, you get paid in points that you convert to JASMY coins for consuming the data. So you're incentivized to watch my content. I'm incentivized to make my content all over on this platform. And the straw that stirs the drink here is the fact that everyone, and just me with thousands of subscribers consuming my content over there, right? Not only is everyone, myself and everyone watching, getting paid in JASMY coin, but again, you have to have a PDL. So every person with a PDL has to do what? They have to lock up JASMY coin, right? So all the people consuming content over on Junction Stories have to have JASMY locked up in their PDL. Now, what does this do? This increases the TVL, which is the total value locked in the ecosystem, increasing the value of the tokens that you hold in your wallet, right? You see how everything works towards locking up tokens and taking them out of circulation? This is how we get 75 to 80% TVL, guys. And this is how we get to these high numbers and all-time highs with JASMY, okay? So you have to pay attention to these things. Now, this is information that your average YouTuber who does a JASMY video has no idea about. So when they start throwing out price predictions, they're completely off scale because they don't know what they're talking about. That's why you come here. That's why you subscribe here to this channel, right? And moving forward, guys, we got the JASMY we found out things we found out will be happening. JASMY token will in fact be the utility token of Junction. Now, I saw somebody over on X yesterday make a post like, again, these uninformed, ill-researched people make posts and comments talking about how, well, they've abandoned JASMY and they're using Junction. JASMY, from Hara's own lips, and I've covered this in AMAs, JASMY is the utility token inside the Junction ecosystem. Hands down, full stop. So anyone you see bitching and complaining about them abandoning JASMY for Junction hasn't done a lick of research. They would know that JASMY is the utility token of the ecosystem. So saying that they abandoned JASMY for Junction makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Again, another reason you subscribe to our channel, right? The JASMY wallet coming out for DeFi staking. We have that coming, guys. Another thing that we found out. Tell me that you're not excited about being able to collect massive APR on staking your JASMY that you never planned on selling anyways, right? Massive news there. The My Number card being implemented not only into the Apple iPhones, guys, but now finding out that the health insurance information of Japanese people, citizens, are going to be integrated into the My Number card as well. That is a lot of people who have to have a personal data locker. Again, contributing to the TVL of the ecosystem. Massive, guys, massive. So I want you to keep these things in mind. If you're feeling negative, if you're feeling down, keep these things in mind and remember the mission that you're on. Remember how far we've come and remember how much further we still have to go, guys. Absolutely lights out, fantastic, bullish. I don't know what I can say outside of that, guys, okay? So, and listen, if you are having issues, if you have questions, right? If you're scared, if you hear negative information and you're fearful, FUD is getting to you or FOMO is getting to you, if you're wondering if it's too late to buy into JASMY or, you know, whether you should be bailing or whatever the case might be, we do group video calls over on the Patreon, guys, where whenever you're feeling that way, it's an open window for you to be able to hop online anytime and be able to jump in there and talk with the community that we have over there. We have hundreds of people, everyone from beginners to veterans. You can hop in. You guys, you know, I heard this stuff, this negative news. It's making me wonder. It's making me scared. It's making me feel, you know, like, should I be selling? Should this bother me? And you're able to not only see the people you're talking to, but you can hear them in real time and get the answers that you need to reassure you, whether it's good or bad, what, you know, potentially you could or should be doing moving forward, right? So this is extremely handy, and as opposed to just hopping into a Discord chat and typing in there and waiting for someone to type out an answer, if they even do type in an answer at all, and then not being able to sense the context or the tone of what they're saying in a text form, right? It's a lot easier when you can actually talk to people. So that's why we're doing this, guys. We're doing something completely unprecedented. There's no other Discord or Patreon out there doing what we're doing, granting the level of access to not only me, but to each other that we're granting over there, guys. And on top of all of that, you can also schedule one-on-one AMA coaching sessions with me personally. We also do other stuff, swing trade opportunities, passive income opportunities like DeFi staking. We're operating nodes over there and so much more, guys. Technical analysis training. So get over there, guys. It's down. The link's down in the description. We'd love to have you join your voice to ours. Again, it's a massive community. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. And I will see you guys in the next one.